This is a quick little video on commercial cleaning pricing strategy. Now, when it comes to pricing and estimating in commercial cleaning, commercial carpet cleaning, janitorial services, often once we start to talk about that subject, we get into the weeds of square foot pricing, production rates, and all that fun stuff. But before we go there, we first want to think about, well, what is our pricing strategy? What is our overall concept? Because often what happens when we submit bids, we might be smaller or higher or lower than someone else, and sometimes, this can piss us off. But it's not necessarily that someone is cheaper than us or more expensive. Sometimes they just have a completely different pricing strategy than we do, and that's why their price is higher or lower. So that's why we want to come up with a strategy. So we're going to go over a couple of really basic pricing strategies for the janitorial industry and commercial cleaning services. And the first one is going to be cost plus. This is very common on jobs we are unfamiliar with, especially miscellaneous one-time jobs, carpet cleaning, tile, the specialty, and we get in the cleaning industry, we get all these weird requests we don't normally do, maybe scrubbing a big warehouse floor or high dusting a warehouse, stuff like that. Cost plus is the most common for that, where we're going to figure out all of our costs of goods sold, our job costs, and then we're going to add our gross margin or markup if you use that style. This is called cost plus. Okay, then there is the competition. We have competition, and you see this a lot with like gas stations and hotels. They'll be calling around trying to find out, well, what is everyone else charging, and try to be in the same line of what everyone else is doing. Now, I am not recommending any of these. I'm simply pointing them out, and then everybody has to kind of decide for themselves what's best for them. The third one is basic standard economy. This is the old Joe Friday, just the facts, ma'am. This is a stripped down service with no extras. And this is a lot of times where cleaning services can become aggravated because they submit a bid and then the manager comes back and says, well, you're twice as much. But that's why we want to, if we're going to submit a bid, make sure we're comparing apples to apples, oranges to oranges, because sometimes a competitor is a lot less money, but they're also offering a lot less. And that's why, during the bidding process and during walkthroughs to ask these questions of what they're looking for. You may be including blind cleaning, high dusting, and all this other, washing out garbage cans. Maybe they're not adding any of that stuff. So that's why they're less expensive. The margins are the same as you. You just added all of these things that maybe the customer just wants to pay extra for that once a year or whatever. So that's kind of the basic standard economy pricing strategy, pricing model. Penetration. This is common and can be a real trap, a honey trap for startups. And we see this constantly in the cleaning industry, that people start off with these really low prices and then sell additional services in order to survive. Now, there's a line with this, because just starting off with an average price and then making your real money off of higher margin services. So let's say you sell carpet cleaning, commercial carpet cleaning, and then your add-on is going to be protector or cross-sell, steam cleaning the bathroom, stuff like that. that would be a normal penetration strategy. Also, in the janitorial service, that would be giving your price for daily or weekly office cleaning, and you're going to offer an average price, and then sell the specialty services like carpet, tile, high dusting, all that kind of stuff. That, penetration is like, I'm going to get my foot in the door. It's just going to be a real average price, very competitive, and I'm going to sell high margin services also. So that's penetration. And then skimming. Skimming is focused on, I want the top 1%, 5%, 10% of the buyers, and charge an above average or a premium price. So let's say, for argument's sake, there is 30,000 businesses in your market, and you're going to go and say, okay, well, I'm going to skim. I don't want to provide service to everybody. I'm going to target, and I'm going to target out of those 30,000 businesses, the top 10%, the 10% largest businesses. That's all I want. And so that would be 3,000 businesses. So that this is actually a really good strategy, and it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with pricing, because you can charge an average or a premium price. This is more of a targeting strategy almost, that you're just going to narrow down your market, and instead of 30,000 businesses, you're going to say, well, I'm only focused on 3,000. Or maybe for you, it's only 300. That's completely up to you of how much you want to skim off the top. And then premium. Premium is, we have a set price, we have a set premium service, and we only do things one way. We do it premium. We're exclusive. And, and we charge for it. We are more expensive. And this is the premium model. And it wouldn't matter to you with the premium model, you wouldn't care if it's a $500 job or a $500,000 job. You're still going to offer your premium service at a above average or premium price, and you don't actually care. So I'm not one to say each of these are better than the other. I think that there's a time and place for all of them, and it's up to you to decide. And you can mix and match. So, for instance, your janitorial service could be skimming. It could be the top 10% of the buyers. And your specialty services, maybe you offer a premium service, and that's it. You're not going to compete with everybody for VCT floor waxing. You're going to charge $1 a square foot, and that's what we do. So you can also mix and match. So the point of this video is to talk about, what kind of strategy do I want to use before we get into the weeds of production rates and square footage and all that fun stuff. My name is Shane Dubell. Our company is methodcleanbiz.com. You can visit our website. We have tons of free resources.